Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Natalya has now sent a message after Triple H quietly released another superstar. This star is a former champion and has achieved some success in the company. Among several stars who were recently cut, Giovanni Vinci also lost his place in WWE. The former Imperium member was separated from the faction and booked as a singles star. It appeared he was in line for a big push, but he lost 2 matches fast and never gained momentum afterward. It was recently reported that Triple H is the one responsible for cutting stars from the roster. Dave Meltzer reported that it was the game who made the cuts for different stars from the roster. Vinci's release was quiet as well, with the star being let go from the company along with several others like Paul Ellering, AOP and Elektra Lopez, among others. Giovanni Vinci sent a message earlier today discussing his release, and he broke his silence on the matter gracefully, thanking everyone involved. He received well wishes from his fans, and now Natalya has also responded. The star shared several praying emojis showing that she was wishing him the best and appreciated his message and the manner in which he bid farewell. It remains to be seen what's next for the star. Fans are staying tuned to find out if Triple H will release any other stars. It was a cold, crisp morning when the world of WWE fans was shaken by a sudden and unexpected move. Triple H, the man widely considered as a King of Kings, had quietly made a decision that sent shockwaves throughout the locker room. The former champion, once a prominent figure in the company, had been quietly released from his contract, without much fanfare or official announcement. While the WWE Universe would soon learn of this shocking decision, the wrestling world's pulse was already beating faster. Amid the turmoil of whispers, speculation, and the rapid exchange of rumors, one person remained notably silent. Natalya, the stalwart veteran, one of WWE's most respected female superstars, had always been one to speak her mind, and her silence in the wake of this event was, in itself, a loud statement. As the days passed, the story unfolded across various media outlets, but the burning question remained: what was Natalya's take on the matter? Everyone expected her to say something, given her long history with WWE and her experience with its ever-changing tides. It wasn't long before the world would get the answer. Chapter 1: The Unseen Departure. On the evening before the official announcement, rumors had begun to swirl through the WWE locker room. A few of the stars had gotten wind of something happening, but no one dared speak too loudly, not knowing the full truth. The air was thick with uncertainty. Triple H, who had long been seen as the bridge between the older generation of superstars and the new wave, had made his decision. A former champion, one who had given so much to the company, was being let go with barely a word. The locker room, usually filled with noise and camaraderie, felt eerily quiet that night. Many wrestlers wondered who the release would affect the most. Could it be one of their friends? A competitor who had grown too complacent? Or perhaps someone who had simply fallen out of favor with the higher-ups? Whatever the reason, it was clear that the decision would echo throughout WWE for a long time. Among the locker room, there was a collective sense of confusion. Natalya, though, knew all too well the pressures of WWE management and the constant balancing act that came with being a top-tier wrestler. Having grown up in the business, she had seen it all: the ins and outs, the alliances, and the betrayals. But as the days went on, her concern for the future of the locker room only grew. Natalya had always seen WWE as a family. It was a place where talent could grow, where legends were made, and where unity and loyalty were highly valued. But in recent months, the company's atmosphere had begun to shift. New leadership, the rise of younger talent, and a changing landscape made it clear that WWE was evolving, and with it, some of its older champions and veterans were being phased out, often in the most discreet ways possible. Chapter 2: The Silence. When the news broke, there was a flurry of mixed reactions. Social media buzzed with fans wondering what had happened to the former champion, while others speculated about the future of WWE. But for Natalya, there was a moment of profound reflection. She had seen friends come and go over the years, some retiring on their own terms, others being quietly released. But this time felt different in an era where everything was dissected, analyzed, and tweeted about in real time. Natalya chose silence. She did not issue a public statement. She did not take to social media to voice her opinion. Instead, she took a step back and waited. She watched the reactions from the locker room, from the fans, and from her peers. It was as if she was giving herself time to process what had truly transpired before speaking out, but silence, in the world of wrestling, can often be louder than any spoken word. Natalya had seen the tides change in WWE many times. She knew that decisions like these were part of the larger picture, a picture that sometimes wasn't immediately clear to those on the outside. For several days, the wrestling world waited for Natalya's take. She had earned the right to voice her opinion, especially given her tenure in the company. She was one of the most decorated female wrestlers in WWE history, having competed against the best of the best. Yet, her absence from the conversation spoke volumes. It was during a quiet afternoon, while training at the WWE Performance Center, that Natalya finally decided it was time to speak. Chapter 3: The Message. With a small handwritten note in hand, Natalya addressed the situation head-on. She knew that her message needed to be personal, genuine, and most importantly, reflective of her beliefs. She wasn't just writing a statement for the fans or for her peers. She was writing for herself. Her message was a mixture of empathy, experience, and wisdom, coming from someone who had spent decades navigating the complicated world of professional wrestling. It wasn't a typical press release. It wasn't filled with sensationalism. Instead, it was an honest reflection of the realities of the business and her perspective on what had transpired. She began, "To my fellow WWE superstars, to the fans, and to everyone who has followed my journey, I've spent the last few days reflecting on the news that has shaken our locker room and the WWE universe. The release of a former champion is always a reminder that no one is exempt from the unpredictable nature of this business. No matter how long you've been here, no matter what you've accomplished, there's always the possibility that change will come unexpectedly. This industry isn't built on permanency. It's built on change, evolution, and adaptation. For every superstar who walks out with a championship around their waist, there's another who one day steps away from the spotlight. It's the nature of this business, and it's a lesson that is difficult to accept but necessary. I've had the privilege of witnessing and experiencing firsthand how this company grows and shifts. I've seen friends, mentors, and peers come and go. Every departure, whether it's voluntary or otherwise, is a reminder of how fragile our positions can be. It's not a reflection of a lack of talent or effort. It's simply a part of the larger machine that is WWE. We are all a part of something much bigger than ourselves. And when a change occurs, especially a release like this, it can feel like a personal loss, but it's crucial that we understand that every chapter in WWE is written with new ink, new opportunities, and new challenges. I have always prided myself on loyalty, on being there for my friends and colleagues, on pushing myself to be the best I can be inside that ring, but I've also learned that loyalty isn't just about standing by others. It's about accepting that things don't always go according to plan. Sometimes change happens quietly, sometimes it happens suddenly, but that doesn't mean we stop pushing forward. I know many of you are asking why such a decision was made, and truthfully, I can't speak for the higher-ups, but I do know this: WWE is not just about one individual, it's about all of us. It's about the fans, the wrestlers, the staff, and the legacy we all build together. So, to my former champion colleague, thank you for the memories, the battles, and the moments we shared. Your time in WWE has meant something, and your legacy will live on in the hearts of fans and in the history books of this great company. To my fellow superstars, I encourage you to keep pushing forward. The business may be tough, but we all have a place here, and we all have the chance to make our mark. We owe it to ourselves and to those who came before us to keep working, keep striving, and keep believing in the dream that WWE represents. And to the fans, thank you. You've supported us, cheered for us, and been with us through every high and low. You are the reason we do this. I am so proud to be part of this journey with you. I'll see you in the ring. Always, Natalya. Chapter 4: The Response. When Natalya's message went public, it was met with an outpouring of respect. The WWE Universe recognized the authenticity and wisdom in her words. Fans who had been waiting for someone to speak out about the release found comfort in Natalya's candidness. Her response was not about sensationalizing the release or using it to further any personal agenda. It was about understanding the business, respecting its ebb and flow, and recognizing the importance of adapting to change within the locker room. Many of Natalya's peers felt a sense of relief. It was as if they had all been holding their breath, waiting for someone with the experience to put things into perspective. Natalya had always been a voice of reason, and this message only solidified that reputation. In the days following, Triple H himself took notice. He understood the significance of Natalya's message. While he didn't comment publicly, he quietly acknowledged the impact it had within the locker room. It was a reminder that at the end of the day, WWE was a family that understood the highs and lows of this tough business. And no matter what, the spirit of wrestling would always live on. Chapter 5. Moving Forward. Natalya's response did not just signify her understanding of the business. It was a call to action, a call for resilience. In a world where the spotlight was constantly shifting, where the nature of competition and success was ever-changing, her words were a reminder to her peers that the journey was far from over. Every setback was just another opportunity to rise, and every change was a chance to adapt and evolve. As the days and weeks passed, WWE continued to move forward, just as it always had. New faces came, old faces left, and the cycle continued. But Natalya's message remained a beacon of wisdom and clarity amidst the chaos, a reminder that in the world of professional wrestling, nothing was ever truly certain, except for the need to keep pushing forward. And so, the legacy of the former champion, quietly released from his contract, remained a part of WWE's ever-evolving story. But for Natalya, the message was clear: the show must go on. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.